Hey, it's Jay here. Welcome back to the channel. In this video, I'm going to take you along on a number of different photo shoots in Southern California. I found some great locations. If you like the video, make sure you give me a thumbs up. I'd appreciate that. And if you like this content, make sure you subscribe to the channel. So, our first stop is in San Clemente, California. There is a fantastic pier, incredibly long, that goes out into the ocean. I got a very boring sky tonight, but I think as the sun sets, might get a nice orange glow, and hopefully we'll get some good shots with some rushing water coming into the camera. We'll set up now. Well, sun is almost setting, and I'm getting some shots with the sun coming through the pier. What I'm trying to do is get some of this, whoa, I almost got my feet wet on that one. We're trying to get some rushing water coming at the camera, and I'm using a 1/3 second exposure, which really captures the movement of the water without making it too blown up. I gotta move. I may have gotten the shot, I don't know, but I did not get wet, and you caught it on camera. So, in order to kind of get this rushing water effect and get that 1/3 second exposure, I am using a 6-stop neutral density filter. In addition, I've got a 3-stop ND filter, a hard grad filter that will kind of balance out the scene, darken the sky a little bit. You can see it's on the front of my camera, but it's all working really well. Wish the sky was more interesting, but I must say I'm getting good wave action here. Okay, well, sun has set, but I'm sticking around because sometimes you get a nice orange glow in the sky after sunset. The other thing I'm doing is I'm doing a very long exposure. So I put my 10-stop ND filter in there. You can see it on the front of the camera. And I'm going to go out probably a minute and a half, and that will really smooth out that water and give me a minimalist, ethereal feel, I hope. So one thing that comes in really handy for long exposure photography is patience. Hi. Getting close to my tripod. As I was saying, patience is important. This is about a 3-minute exposure. So what's going to happen is that water is going to get very glassy and smooth. The pier is really going to pop out. Okay, well, the sun has set. I got some good shots. We are going to move on. Stay tuned for the next location to be determined. Okay, made it down to San Diego, staying in the Mission Beach area at a very cute Airbnb. And it's about 50 minutes before sunset, and I'm very close to the beach, literally about 50 feet probably. So I'm just gonna walk over there just to see if I can get a decent sunset. It looks like there's some clouds in the sky that might pick up some of these colors. It might be pretty good. Not much foreground interest, but just might be a sunset shot at the beach and some waves. I made it to the beach, and based on the clouds, I think it's going to be a nice sunset. I'm hoping, because honestly, that's going to be the entire story. I think there's really no foreground interest here. But the nice thing is, though, is that it's kind of very flat here, so the waves are coming in at a long pace and leaving a nice, smooth, wet sand, which could yield a nice reflection. I gotta wait a little bit, but I think I'll have something good. Well, it is shaping up to be a really nice sky. There is, it looks like a band of clouds, and just below it, there's an opening on the horizon. So I'm hoping, as the sun sets, it gets in that area, kind of lights up the clouds above it. See if I get lucky. It looks like the sun is about to dip below these clouds, so for a while it's going to get pretty bright, but I'm hoping when the sun goes just below the horizon, that spot won't be that bright and will light up those clouds, which are already beginning to get some color, and we'll get a really good shot. Well, I'm getting a pretty amazing sunset. See that behind me? I've gotten down low on my tripod, my legs spread out, so I think the reflection will be more pronounced at that low angle. I'm just waiting for that perfect wave to come in and fill up my frame, my foreground with it. But what a sky, it's gonna get better, I think. The sun has set, and those clouds never really lit up like I thought they might, but I'm actually just now going about a half a second and getting this rushing water coming right to my camera. I think I got the shot. I got the shot, but I didn't want to actually get wet, so there you go. Just trying one fun thing to do at the beach, and that is camera movement. So I've got my camera set for about half a second exposure, and as I press the shutter, I'm actually rotating my camera on the tripod, and you get this very smooth, ethereal effect. Not the best colors right now, probably a little late to do that, should have tried it before, but it's kind of cool, it's fun. So just as the sun was peeking through that opening in the sky, I caught this surfer walking by, and I got this really cool shot of him. Okay, next day, we have driven up to La Jolla, California. We're at an area called Windansea Beach, and it's lived up to its reputation. There's a lot of sea and a lot of wind. Going to make our way down to the shore, and I think there's a bunch of different compositions that we're going to look at, and I got to pick one and get something before it gets too dark. Very moody sky back there, might be really interesting. Well, just making my way along these rocks here, looking for a composition. A little frustrating. It's a very beautiful area, but that doesn't mean it makes a good photograph. Man, that water's crazy. I'll keep going. Well, after searching for some time, I got a composition that I kind of like. I've got this one grouping of rocks on the left, and that one out there on the right, and I got a really moody sky. So I'm just trying to time it with some waves coming in, but a very, very interesting evening. Not a glorious sunset, obviously, but I don't mind this at all. Well, I got some nice dramatic shots of some movement of the water. Now I put my 10-stop ND filter on. I'm going for a much more ethereal, minimalist feel with just those rocks. And that water is gonna look really smoky and white and smooth. I'm going out about 1.5 minutes right now, and that should be a pretty good exposure. Okay, next night, at 1 hour before sunset, I came back up to La Jolla. There's an area called the La Jolla Tidal Pools, and scouted it out a little bit online. Looked like it could be pretty cool. I just don't know the proper tide to come. You're getting towards high tide. Maybe you want to go when it's getting towards low tide. So I'm going to scout. I'm going to head down to the beach, scout out a little bit. I think if those don't work, the tidal pools don't work, there's some other compositions I can find around here. So I'm going to head down and see what I can find. Well, I think these are some of the tidal pools, but there's not a lot of water up here. I think it's best to come just after high tide, once the water's come out, which I don't have that option because that's probably middle of the night. So I'm going to scout around. I bet you there's some other compositions I could find here. I found this one area that I think might work. There's some rocks in the foreground where the water kind of comes up and then rushes down, and you get some nice kind of foamy white streaks, and then in the background I'm going to get the sky and the horizon, which I think is going to be nice tonight. I may go vertical here, use a wide angle lens, go vertical to catch the rocks in the foreground and the sky in the background. Well, these shots weren't great. They were okay. You've seen them already, but I think I see another composition that I'm gonna try. I gotta rush because the sun is setting and the colors are amazing. And I'm walking, which is not the right thing to do when the colors are amazing. So I'm gonna be on that rock, but there's no easy way to get there here. I think I'm gonna have to jump over there. I don't know how safe that is. Hey, stupid. Well, I found a different composition. I couldn't get down there all the way, but kind of perched up here. And there is some white foamy water kind of crashing over these rocks. Going out, it's about half a second now, just to get some streaking water over these rocks. Just gotta wait for the right wave. I got this amazing sunset. It is spectacular. I'm just waiting for the perfect wave to come in and give me some white foam there, but at least the sun didn't disappoint the sky. You can see it behind me there. Just fantastic. So one tip for landscape photography: get to your location early, scout out the area, look for compositions, and stay late. Be patient, because if you stay past sunset, sometimes you're greeted with this. Got a true burner tonight. It's just beautiful, unbelievable. What a night, unbelievable. It's getting pretty dark. I gotta hike on some rocks, so I'm gonna head out before it's totally dark. I cannot wait to get these on the computer, take a look at them. You've seen them already, but I was debating if I should go out tonight. It's always the right decision to go out and shoot, always. So just went for a hike, heading back towards San Diego, and if you look behind me, you can see the San Diego, California temple. It's a Mormon temple, and it looks fairly spectacular. So I'm gonna make my way around, see if I can get a good shot of this beautiful building. So I found a pretty cool composition. I'm using my wide-angle lens. I'm going out to, I think, 20 millimeters. And I've taken some shots. It's a really cool building. And I just love the sky in back with the blue and the white. So I'll put up a shot now that I took at 1/400th of a second, which I think is very cool. I'm not sure you're looking at it in color or black and white, but it's a cool structure. Now I'm doing a longer exposure to try to get some of those streaking clouds behind the church. I'm using 2 filters, my 10 stop and my 6 stop, and I'm going out to about a minute because it's very, very bright. And we'll see if we get anything. I am staying in the Mission Beach area of San Diego, and I'm only about a 15-minute walk down the beach to Crystal Pier, which is a pier that's probably about 70, 80 years old. And I don't feel like driving anywhere tonight. I'm just going to walk down the beach, get some shots of this pier. It looks like it's going to be a nice sunset. We'll see how it goes. Well, it's about 45, 50 minutes before sunset. I got to the pier, and the sunset is going to align pretty nicely with the edge of the pier from where I'm standing. I'd show it to you, but it's a little bright. I'll try. Just got to be patient and see how that sky turns out. Got some clouds up there, so hopefully we'll catch some color like last night. Well, the sun is getting close to setting. Very pretty sky. Very nice. I think it might get even more interesting when the sun actually sets. So I'll be patient. I'm getting down pretty low. It's a very flat surface. And so you get this great reflection once the tide goes out, once the waves go out. And so very picturesque. But the water's kind of sneaky, so I've got to be pretty careful. I really don't want to get my shoes wet. Well, the sun has set. Not as nice as last night, but any night that I'm out shooting, it's not raining, it's a good night. So, hope you like the shots. I may try something a little different tomorrow. I'm not going to promise you because I may not do it, but you'll see it if I do it. Well, it is raining in San Diego, so we drove about 2.5 hours east to the Algodones sand dunes. Imperial sand dunes, Clemente sand dunes. I'm not sure exactly which one we're at, but they are incredible. It is very, very windy. I am hiding behind, I don't know if this is a bathroom, some kind of structure. So I don't think I'll be able to talk much when I'm out there. I may not be able to vlog much when I'm out there either. I'm not sure how windy it's going to be. There's sand everywhere. And I'll be wearing goggles and a face mask. So I'll look kind of silly. Certainly as the sun gets a little lower in the sky, then we get some great contours of these sand dunes. Some highlights and shadows, and I'm not get lost because it's enormous. All right, see how we do. If you can hear me or not because of the wind, but we're just waiting for the sun to light up these dunes. About a half a mile away, it's creeping this way. I can see it from the desert, so if I'm patient, I think I'll get a good shot here. So there's one cloud just does not want to move. It's stationary. The sun is not hitting these sand dunes, and they look very flat. We really need some sunlight to come through.